Greetings, film critics! Continuing our conversation from last week on different types of heroes in film, this week we're going to examine the anti-hero. Here are the learning outcomes for this presentation. This is a great time to pause the video and review them. So let's begin by reviewing the concept of heroes. As we discussed last week, literary critic Northrop Frye explained that our earliest heroes were basically gods. And the monsters they fought were real monsters, who were the manifestations of the most grotesque characteristics of our known world. Greed, anger, jealousy. The hero needed weapons gifted by the gods themselves to slay these monsters. But as civilization advanced, our heroes became less godlike and more human-like. We no longer needed to seek out the monsters in caves, under bridges, and in the seas, because the real monsters were a part of us. And our human-like heroes needed to battle human-like problems. Marvel's Jessica Jones, for example, battles with post-traumatic stress disorder, alcoholism, and depression, in addition to a big bad. And unlike their powerful counterparts, anti-heroes are often in real danger, and they have to rely on their resourcefulness. They are often morally ambiguous, which means they are in it for themselves or for a reward. This makes it harder to predict how they will respond in any situation. And they usually have a great sense of humor because they don't take themselves too seriously. So let's pause for a moment and think about this. Why are audiences drawn to the anti-hero? Pause the video and write down 4 or 5 reasons. Great. Let's examine some common causes. First, as heroes became more human-like, they also came to reflect the realities of human existence in all its shapes and forms. While we all may strive to be like the Man of Steel, we fall short to his demigodliness. Like it or not, we are closer to Jessica Jones, Deadpool, or Wolverine than to Superman. The rise of anti-heroes in superhero films is really the recognition of who we are and who we are not. Second, unlike classic heroes that came before them, the anti-hero speaks for the disenfranchised, a position that many members of the audience might identify with. Third, anti-heroes are almost always about getting and giving second chances, which means they're often wrong and that they make mistakes. These are certainly qualities we can all relate to. So let's quickly review what we've learned about anti-heroes. The character represents change from godlike heroes to more human-like heroes. This means that the character's qualities have likewise changed from the classic hero we discussed last week to the resourceful, funny, ambiguous, driven, and dangerous examples provided in this presentation. These changes are in large part the results of changes in audience expectations for their heroes, from the classical, all-powerful heroes to the flawed characters of our big and small screens today. As always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me or bring them to the discussion board. Until next time, film critics.